Welcome back to the Lindsay podcast. This week, I want to speak to you about your intuition, your instinct. A lot of people love to play around with the word intuition, talking about it like it is that gut feeling, that gut instinct, and it absolutely is. Our job is to make sure that intuition speaks to us in literally everything we do. And we need to make sure as well that we know what it sounds like rather than guessing, rather than allowing mental mind to take over. And when we start to ask ourselves, is this intuition? Is it not? That's when you know you're a little bit disconnected. So how can we start to recognize soul voice, intuition over mental chatter? The first and most important thing to remember, your intuition never screams at you. It's never loud. It's never pushing you. It's never creating pressure. It is always a soft whisper of either, no, that doesn't feel right, or yes, there's something here for me and it looks like XYZ. So one of my favorite things to do to tap intuition is most of the time I just close my eyes and I will take a second in my body, take a breath, and ask myself, does it feel rushed? Does it feel pressured? Does it feel like something I am looking to fulfill or like check a box or take it into my own hands and create momentum, create, again, pressure, create, like light a fire under myself to do the thing. Okay. So when we come from listening to intuition, it is always more of a trusting feeling. It's always, I feel in my bones that this thing is correct. I feel in my bones that this thing is mine. You know, we talk about the dream life. I know that's mine. I know my dream life is mine. Why? Because it's been there for so long. It has been whispering. It has been knocking. It has been telling me in subtle ways. And so where we get a little lost in being able to listen to intuition, if we're in a state of stress, if we're in fight or flight, if we're in an emotion that is less than like contentment, it's extremely hard to hear it. So our first opportunity to get a clearer intuitive ping is to elevate our emotions. So if we are coming from a place of like fear, anger, you're likely not going to hear it clear or at all. It's not going to be coming through. The pathway for it to be heard and felt by you is very much clouded. So step one is to sit with yourself and ask, okay, what emotional state am I in? If there is a emotional state above that, so, you know, fear, anger, stress, those emotions are quite low on the scale. Can we get to contentment? Can we get to joy? Can we get to love? Can we get to gratitude? Those are the emotions that release the weight and allow for that clarity to come up. So step one, where am I? What emotion am I tapped into right now? Because as soon as you say, actually, I'm in a lower emotion, probably not hearing my intuition, probably not hearing my instinct as well. Okay. Number two, and this was one, when I learned this, I was like, oh, it just feels so true because it's about loving the body and taking care of the body because the body also needs to be clear to be able to speak to us. So intuition, you know, this gut feeling, it comes from our body. It fully is a message that comes through us through our physical being, that gut feeling, like that pull, that is physical. You know, the goosebumps I talk about, that is physical. That is a message coming through your physical state, physical being. So we need to learn, along with raising our emotions, raising our vibration, we need to learn to love the body, take care of the body, give the body as much health and energy as possible to get that clearer message. So how can we do that? We can love it. We can stop speaking badly to it. We can tell it, hey, I'm here. I am listening. What do you need to shake out today? What do you need to journal out? Do we need to move? Like, help your body feel taken care of, feel heard, feel understood, so that it can communicate to you in the best way possible. There's a lot more complexity to it, but jumping into like step 3, if we're going to keep it kind of light and high level, it is putting these things together and trusting yourself that when you start to hear your intuition, when that starts to arise and you're like, oh, that feels like a message from my instinct. That feels like something that is really, really true. We must step into trusting that we are hearing it. We need to now trust that this is our intuition speaking to us. And then, of course, start to take action based on that. So what that looks like is, okay, I've been in a lower energy. I'm going to, let's just say we will write out a gratitude practice, write all the things that we're so grateful for, get to a higher level of emotional state. Then I'm going to sit with my body and be like, what do you need right now? Do you need more water? Do you need bone broth? Do you need electrolytes? Do you need food? What do you need? How can I take care of you? How can I make sure you are operating at your best level? And then once we do these two things, we can lean into, okay, I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to hear. Is there anything you need to tell me? And what do you think about this opportunity that came up? What do you think about this job? What do you think about this partner? What do you think about this next step that I've been considering in my life? And when you start to hear little things, and again, it's a whisper. It is a whisper. It is something that kind of fills your heart, but it's not like, hear me, take action, rah, rah, rah. It's like not like that. So when we start to get these little things coming up, and you can sit in it in the moment, you can practice this over days, you can journal it out. You could say, hey, intuition, like speak to me through my words. I'm just going to journal, talk to me. And when we do that, we need to look at that and we need to trust. We need to trust that coming from this place is our intuition. Because when we start to flex the trust muscle on, okay, I got this ping, wrote it down. It came to me through what it feels like was clarity. What does that mean? If I feel intuitively, if I feel instinctually about this thing, you need to leave your job, for example. What are you willing to take action on today to show yourself, I trust you that that is our truth. I trust you that this is the next step we need to take. I trust you that this is where, the next magic lies. And it's just like anything. So even when we create a habit, something new, if we do it every day, we look back and we're like, oh, I know I can do it every day forever. I'm trusting that I can do it. I'm flexing this muscle of like, I committed to the thing and I did it every day. And now I believe in myself. I can do it. I did it. I have done it every day. I'm doing it every day. It's in me. It's me. And when we flex the trust muscle of our intuition, you start to hear it everywhere. It was years and years ago that I learned how to tap into my intuition. And it's so interesting for me to think back to the beginning of like what that whisper was to me to now, because I don't even need to sit in a meditation or in quiet or write it out. I literally can just stay in my body with something that's come up and be like, what do we think about this? And it takes seconds. Takes seconds. It's like, nope, that's not for us. Nope, that's not the thing. And that will come with time. And the more you practice it, the more you really, really lean in and practice it and trust what is coming up and flex that trust muscle, the more you're going to get bigger, real direction on your life, because you're going to become unshakable. You're going to become totally uninfluenceable in anything other than what is your truth. Your alignment is in that. Your intuition, your instinct only guides you to alignment. It only guides you to that dream life. It only guides you to what your morals, your values, your most important things in life for you, the things that really, really make you happy. It might be charity. It might be connection. It might be being there for friends and family. Whatever your why is, that intuition, that instinct is always going to be in line with that. It is always going to lead you towards more of what you truly, deeply desire versus anything else. When you start listening to your intuition, you can no longer do the things that aren't aligned for you. It's actually wild. You start looking at the things and you're like, this is not my energy. It is not time spent well for me. This is possibly draining me more than if I listen to my intuition. These things are going to light me up. I'm going to bring more joy to the world. I'm going to bring more love to the world. I'm no longer operating in a place of like things that aren't in line with me. Things are not aligned. I can no longer do them. And it becomes as simple as that. You start to realize what people don't align with your energy, where you cannot spend your time anymore, and not out of a place of like selfishness, but out of a place of purpose. There are people out there needing you. There are people out there that actually listen and hear you. And even more than that, if you hear yourself, you respect yourself. When you take more steps into alignment, following your instinct, you look in the mirror and you've never respected yourself more. You've never believed in yourself more. And that is the most important thing about alignment, because even when we start recognizing these things that are just not our energy anymore, and we're leaning into our intuition, we're really trusting our gut. We've gotten there. It's in our lives every day. The struggle, the hard things that are happening and continue to happen, they start to fade away. The really hard days where you don't feel lit up and you feel sad or depressed, they start to fade away, because depression, anxiety, it comes from not listening to what our intuition is telling us. It starts from it's like straight from being out of alignment. You're not doing the things that light up your soul. What does that make you? Sad. It makes you not have a purpose. You're not following trust and knowing that good things are coming. What's the opposite of that? Anxiety. Like, there is so much gold in having a clear communication line to your soul. Because she or he is like, we have stuff to do, and not in a pressured way. We have stuff to do. We have this way to be and to give and to love. And all of this is just draining your energy. Get in alignment. Get in alignment. What are the things? Because once you start really doing that and the belief in yourself follows and the extra love for yourself. And, your body is going to tell you, your intuition is going to tell you, hey, we need a break. Hey, we need to step back on this thing. Where does depression fit in there? When you're trusting, where does depression fit in? Where does sadness fit in? And I'll give you an example because it's coming to me. Let's say you've gone through a breakup and you're grieving and you're in a sad place. And of course, there's absolutely a place and time to feel your emotions. Never not feel your emotions. Always let them out. Always move. Always help them process. Always. But if we sit in the dwelling of the grief, if we don't continue to live our life aligned in our purpose, still giving to the world what our gifts are, we will fall into depression, into anxiety, into a state of being that isn't supportive. So when we look at grieving a past relationship or missing somebody, what does that really mean to us? How can we step into light and continue to step into light even though that person is no longer around? Well, we have to listen to our bodies. We have to listen to our alignment. And most of the time, almost all of the time, and you will only know as time moves forward, most of the time when we have left a relationship or someone has left us, it is because something better is coming along. And that could mean somebody completely new. That could also mean that same person at a future time when they are better for themselves and they are better for you. We don't know the answer. We don't know. All our responsibility is to continue to move forward following our path and having that clean and clear mind of the pings we get. When we follow the pings, we are brought to where we are meant to be. So even though things can be challenging in life, they are always lessons. They're always experiences that we can use to up-level ourselves, expand our hearts, open our minds, ask ourselves, why did that relationship leave me? What was the purpose of the relationship? Where can I find gratitude for it? Where can I sit in the understanding that it needed to end in this moment in time? And where can I continue to make steps to better myself, to follow my path? And if that person ends up on my path, how beautiful would that be? But if they don't, there's somebody along this path that my instinct, my intuition is bringing me to that is going to be even more aligned for me because I'm dedicated to alignment. I'm dedicated to moving forward, following my heart, following what I'm supposed to be doing based on my soul. And so I would love to just take a moment and create a space where we can feel our intuition right now. So if you can, close your eyes. And let's take a really beautiful big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's start to feel into the space we're in. Listen to the sounds around the room. See if you can smell any smells. And can you feel the seat beneath you? And when you breathe through your nose next, can you feel the temperature of the air? And I would love to ask you, when was the last time you believe you heard your intuition? When was the last time your gut told you to do something? And did you listen? And if you did, how did that feel? And if you didn't, is that nudge still there? And what is it asking you to do? What is your intuition today asking you to look at? Is it that you need to step into more health, take care of your body more? Do you need to step into a more positive mindset? Do you need to let go of something? And if I asked you, you could describe this intuitive voice in one word, what would that word be? What is the word that describes the message that comes up from your intuition? For me, it is knowing. I'd love for you to sit with that word. And the next time you ask, is it my mind voice or is it my soul voice? Is it my intuition? Ask if it is that word. Is this my knowing? Is this soft? Is this subtle? Is this from conviction? Is this gifted? Is this guided? What is the word? And ask yourself that word. Ask yourself to trust when that comes up. Ask yourself to trust. And we can open our eyes. And in trusting, we show ourselves we are safe. We show ourselves we've got you. I've got you. I hear you. You're telling me what to do. You're telling me what to do. I've got you. Let's do it. I cannot wait to see what unfolds for you. I'll see you next time.